I'm gonna start my arguments in 3, 2, 1. What if I told you the future is already here, just not evenly distributed? Every year, thousands of students in Indonesia graduate high school with dreams of going to university, but not everyone gets the same starting line. Some live in big cities with access to top university, but some live in a village where the nearest campus is 5 hours away. And some can afford laptops and even tutors, but some need to juggle with part-time jobs and family problems, and that make traditional university impossible. So when people say education is a right, we ask a right for who? Because in today's status quo, higher education is a luxury that not everyone can reach, and that is exactly why I'm from the opposite proposition team. I strongly believe that this house supports a permanent move to online tertiary education. We don't just support it as a COVID pickup plan, we support it as a strategic and a program to reform, to fix to what has always been broken in our education system. But before we move to our arguments, let me clarify two important things under our side. The first one is, what do we mean by a permanent move? This means online learning will be the default system for university, not just temporary, not just emergency based, but a long-term infrastructure where most classes are designed for online delivery, supported by proper platforms, trained teachers, and also smart policies. And secondly, what is our goal in this debate? We aim to prove that online tertiary education is not only possible, but preferable, and helps more people access university, improves the quality of education, and support a more cost-effective, scalable futures. With that being said, my first argument is online education creates equal access for marginalized students. This house supports because it is the most inclusive and equalizing solution to higher education access, especially for students from rural areas, low-income families, or those with physical disability or mobility limitations. And my first reason is a good university are heavily centralized in major cities. In status quo, most top universities are located in large urban areas like Jakarta, Bandung, Yogyakarta, or even Surabaya. And this creates a geographic and economic gatekeeping system where only students living nearby or those who can afford to move get access to quality higher educations. And B, students from rural areas faces invisible but brutal barriers. Students in remote areas face problems such as like a lack of access of good public transportation and extremely high cost of living in urban areas, and also a family or cultural constraints like cannot leave home due to safety or many more. And C, physical disabilities that make offline university even more exclusionary. Many campuses are still not accessible for disabled students. Even when the building is accessible, social stigma or even exhaustion and lack of social support make it hard to attend full-time in person. In online learning, we remove these problems, giving these students the freedom to learn at their own pace and space. And D, online education removes some barriers, like for example, students can join lectures, make access materials, and take exams from their own home. They don't need to move cities or even pay transportation and accommodation and many more. And then they can combine studying with other responsibility and achieve this can make education more realistic. And E, even students with limited technology can still join, because with a basic smartphone is enough to join lectures, submit tasks, and students can use mobile data rather than expensive laptop. And recorded lectures and flexible design means they don't need perfect internet 24/7. And for example, student A that lives in a small rural village, her family earns just enough to eat and cannot send her to Java or an online system. Those students would likely drop out or even never start a university. But an online system, student A can learn with her phone while helping her parents at home. And offline university favors the privileged, those who can move, pay, and commit full-time. And online university gives everyone equal entry, equal dignity, and equal chances to succeed. So if government truly care about building a future where no students is left behind, this house should proudly and permanently support online tertiary education. And my second argument is online learning improves the quality of the education and build stronger human capital. This house believes an university system is the smartest way to upgrade about the equality and relevance of our educations, because online learning is not just a temporary solution or a second-class option. It is a strategic innovation that helps us build human capital that is more skilled, adaptive, competitive in a modern world. And my first reasons is A, today's job market is digital and skill-based and fast-changing, and so graduates are expected to master new tools, adapt quickly, and work across time zones or even remote areas. And B, the offline education system is slow and rigid. Updating a syllabus takes forever, and inviting industry experts is expensive, limited by geographies. And C, online a university system allow rapid upgrades and real-world integrations. With online learning, university can offer programs in collaboration with tech companies, or even invite in the international professional to speak without physical limits. And D, students learn skills are immediately usable in the real world instead of only memorizing textbook content, or even those students can develop digital skills or even soft skills and online communications, time management, and self-learning. And E, human capital is a national asset, and online system help us grow faster in a developing country like Indonesia. Upgrading human resource is key to long-term progress. So, for example, imagine a university launching an online course on digital marketing created with, Google. A student in a small town takes the class from their phone and learn practical skills and earns a recognized certificate, all without leaving home. If we truly want to prepare our youth for the real world, then university must adapt permanent online system. Let us create faster, smarter, and more responsive education models. So, the opposition team may agree, but Indonesia isn't ready for full online education. But that's not true, because most students already use smartphone for learning, and internet access keeps improving. The solution isn't to go backward to old offline systems, but is to invest, to improve, and to embrace the futures. And my third argument is online education is cost efficient, scalable, and creates a sustainable future for students in university. Permanent offline university are the smartest investment for developing countries like Indonesia. And my reason is A, for students, online education is financially more sustainable. Offline university life often comes with extra hidden costs like dorm rent, transportations, eating out, moving cities, or even buying physical books. And B, for university, online system reduce operational expense, and unlike new academic opportunities, they no longer to constantly expand buildings, dorm, or facilities. And also C, for governments, online education is a more strategic and impactful investment. Instead of spending trillions to build hundreds of new campuses, they can invest in expanding internet coverage, or subsidies student data package, and even to train teachers in digital tools. And also, for example, imagine a student who completes their entire degree online, gets certificate in digital marketing through a partnership between their university and a tech company, and builds a personal portfolio from online project. They might actually be more enjoyable than someone who went to an expensive offline university but only learned a theory. And so, from the opposition team proudly support this motion. Thank you very much.